Okay, I got myself 2 snacks. It's like a cake, something with like chocolate inside. 2 of them, and I got myself a mango juice because this is gonna be a long episode. Alright, let's get right into this shit. I fucking love this game, bro. I love Ace Attorney so much. This is probably gonna be the longest Ace Attorney video I'm recording. Dude, I can't believe Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used was at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Because she was the one who came to wake me up. I like these cakes, but they're a little dry. Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she's the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juin Corrida. But why? I thought she was buds with Juin. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? Which I can't reveal right now. What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Yep. Wait, hold up. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Impact's as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note, and that person thought to have hidden it is Juin Corrida, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida, all to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. What? Who and what was the first, who and what was that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issue with regards to Miss Impacts. It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Alright. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls their witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juin Corrida's room. What is your occupation? I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Engard. I see. Now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yes, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. And would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never heard of Gossipland. Come on, Judge. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation with the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juin. But this was a private matter between Juin and myself. So it was a frying bait, or matter. Or was the bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think there's someone who would beg to defer. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well. Then, witness, please testify to the court. How about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place? Alright. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to June's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene in the crime scene photo. I felt as if though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Okay, here we go. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. I still have only one bar! And what was Mr. Engar doing at the time? Okay, maybe I should just fail on purpose. He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Engar did say he was taking a nap. Wait, if I reload my save, I'm still gonna have only one chance. Bro, what the fuck? Then I guess you could say it could not have been out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? What are you? Right. I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Engar's knife from his room? No. Subject, verb, object. Right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. After that, I went to... Yep. Okay, shut up. And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, June was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon? What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had more personal matters to discuss with the victim. Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at the time. I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got into his room? And that was his dead body. I was in shock. You were in shock? What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corrida. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I see. This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged into his chest. And the guitar case was like this too. Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness? Juice. Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on the wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, you were in great shock, and that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? That's further. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that you, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so what I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Oh, how embarrassing. Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards? It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell into the guitar case. Do we have the flower vase as evidence? We don't even have the... Oh, that's why there's some water on it. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take June's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser, and that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. That's what you would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that you would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to, for Maya's sake. Damn, we're still in the testimony? I would have thought the, cross-examination would have, moved on to, something else by now. The flower vase over fell onto the guitar case. Onto the guitar case. It's empty. We only have one bar anyways, why not? Wait, but I don't think it's actually... Hold up. Water, there's Corridor's fingerprints. Okay, I might be, just misremembering it, but I swear the guitar case was open when we walked in. She claims that, it fell onto the guitar case. Wouldn't it be inside the guitar case? But at the same time, the guitar case is closed in the image, so I could be wrong. I'm just gonna go for it. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And you are sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell into the guitar case. However, if that were true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. There we go. See, I did remember. That's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. And what is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards would be inside, not outside the case. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say that she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it is possible that, it was just not at the, it was just left behind by accident, but maybe there was some deeper shit that the guitar case was in, so I guess let her make her testify. The empty guitar case, I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. Alright, I'll follow along, for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. Yes, Your Honor. There we go. Alright, here we go. The guitar case. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even if I don't know. It looks like there wasn't a very important point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now, it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man. Okay, Edgy. Okay, edgy boy. Edgy baby. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see. Are you sure you got the one who opened the guitar case? She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not. Sounds like her dependent side is taking over. Well, Miss Andrews? Yes, it was me. So, you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Did you open the guitar case? Huh? Mr. Carter's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? But, getting back on topic. I thought you were a lady who always had her shit together. Come on now. Madam, was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism? The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention. Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. Sorry. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Come on, Phoenix, we can't afford to let up on her now. I wasn't planning on letting up, but she's at Eureka's now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with, I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record waiting to be found. The court record, you say? Well, there's absolutely nothing in here. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Hold up. Didn't this only have Bears Carter's fingerprints on it? Bears Carter. His name is not Bears. His name is, what's his first name? I forgot his name. Jewin. His name is Jewin, obviously. I looked at the, the word Bears and got confused. But yeah, this only had his fingerprints on it, so you're wrong! There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Ah. What is this, Miss Andrews? You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell that I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the Bro! Nothing strange about that. That's strange. That's strange because, what do you call it, the tomato juice has your fingerprints on it, right? You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on the wine glass. Ah. Even if you took your gloves off while you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Even her glasses broke. She had to get how many pairs does she have? Goddamn, she's probably like the guitar guy. Not guitar guy, glasses guy. The one who throws his glasses just to always have a new pair. Order. I love that guy, by the way. Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. I've heard that catchphrase a lot. What do you mean? I believe that the guitar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though. But the guitar. The bright red guitar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all your pre-assumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red studio. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case... Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us into his misguided... No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in the photo of the crime scene. I am sure that the guitar case had some relation to the murder. If you are so sure, right, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, right? Please, enlighten us as to why the guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Okay, I'm gonna just save here, because I don't really trust myself again. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. That bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar was... So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside the case at the time of the murder? I have no idea. I actually have no idea, though. It couldn't have been this. Am I just assuming what could have been in the case? Well, obviously not a person. What the hell is that on the floor? Probably something makeup related, right? No. So obviously it's nothing related to the nickel samurai. That thing's way too big to fit in the guitar case. but I just don't see what else it could be. Not the wine glass. It's obviously not the button or the knife. These two don't make sense. These three, obviously. Lotta's photo. It depends how, like, deconstructible it is, I guess. I guess at that point it could work. Crime scene. Okay, yeah, we don't care about that. So the head and... Okay, wait, most of it is just like cloth, right? I guess nickel samurai. This is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is in that picture, Your Honor. In this picture, I have to, what do you call it, be so careful because I only have one bar. Yeah, then I have to restart the entire trial if I get this wrong. Or you could just save every 5 seconds like I am doing. It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is, inside the guitar case was a nickel samurai, the hero's very own costume. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave your... could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct? You mean this photo? Hell yeah, I do. Order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 sec, Your Honor. The nickel samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt's Engard's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case, of all places? True. That is a little baffling. Well, it was left at the, it was left at the scene. She could have, brought it from the scene, put the costume inside while the dude was sleeping, went into his room, put it there, pretending it was just the guitar. What was Nickel Samurai's costume doing inside the guitar case? It was stolen from Engard. I think it may have been stolen from Mr. Engard. There can't be a spare, surely. Stolen, but why would someone do such a thing? Maybe the thief wanted to interfere with a post-ceremony stage show? And so, if he didn't have his costume, then Mr. Engard wouldn't be forced to go naked. Maybe you should be stripped naked and run out for making a mockery of this court. Oh, damn it. Excuse me. Mr. Matt Engard did not take his costume off after the award ceremony. He even testified that he took a nap while still wearing his costume. Is this not correct? Ah, yeah. He did say something like that, didn't he? That's what I thought. Damn it. I lost again. How do I keep losing these Alright, yeah. Okay, whatever. Shut up. Everybody shut up. Yeah, I still made it pretty far, right? Alright, yeah, we already went through all this. Alright, we're back here again. Alright, let's just skip through this. Okay, I lost once. Let's not lose again. It's not fun playing this game with only one thing. I'm just kidding. This game is always fun, no matter what. It was a spare costume. I didn't know there was a spare though. Mr. Engard did not take his costume off during the breaks period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one. What? Then, are you saying that one, the night of the murder, there were two Nickel Samurai costumes at the Water Hotel? Yes, that is what I'm saying. And how do you explain this costume that was inside the guitar case? I explain it by saving, just like how I explain all my problems after I make them. It would mean that the victim himself had brought the spare to the ceremony on purpose. But why? The victim, Mr. Corda, was the Gem Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume within? What could the reason be behind such a peculiar act? And therein lies the sticking point. Bro, what are you mumbling to yourself about now? Haven't you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Huh? No, I was just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then you can answer with gusto. I believe in you. Bro, I need you to help me more. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai's spare costume into the hotel was... No, let me say! Well, it can't be literally anything other than this. What is this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, this Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yep, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at the conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? Bro, I don't want to hear it from the guy who used forged evidence. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Engard himself said that he had no idea what he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juin Korda himself. The victim? Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Korda was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Bro, this is just like the Steel Samurai, the Steel Samurai case, where, Hammers was wearing the Steel Samurai costume instead of Prowers, but then he ended up becoming the victim instead. He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at the conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something, and by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juin Korda, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt Engard. Yes, I get that. I guess that is what it would mean. He was trying to ruin his reputation. But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's public disclosure. Miss Andrews, I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juin. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. I was the one who he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me. You? Juin had bet everything on the Gem Ninjas this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyways. He was going to ruin him, huh? It looked like somehow Juin had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? And do you know what the secret of Mr. Engard's is, Miss Andrews? That's something only Juin knew. I don't know what it is. Ah, I see. I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all. Protect Matt and Mr. Engard. And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell the truth about your behavior. I'm gonna save. I have to save a lot because I only have one chance at everything. Yes, Your Honor, I understand. Okay, here we go. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juin no matter what, and he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him. This does account for everything. Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault in this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling. Please keep in mind, as you cross-examine Mr. Wright, looks like everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight on this and turn her logic upside down. Alright, let's do this shit. Don't worry, I got this. In the bag. Boom. Would you say that you were intuition speaking? That was your intuition speaking to you? Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things. 3 things? A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix. They didn't teach that to me in school, at least not from what I remember. May I continue now? No, you may not. So you say that this need came from the press conference? Yes. Do you know why Juin chose that event, that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt Engard. And you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews? Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume. But I'm sure Mr. Engard himself didn't know anything about the press conference. Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know anything about the press conference? Anyway, the important thing here is that this information was not in your testimony. Yes, I agree. Miss Andrews, please correct your testimony if you please. Grasping at straws now. Are we, Mr. Wright? So what if I am? Has Mr. Engard done something to hurt or betray you personally? Why do you ask? You were the one who helped Mr. Carter with his press conference, and the event was supposed to bring down Mr. Engard, yet you still helped out. The person on trial right now is Mr. Engard, right? What the witness was thinking, helping the victim with his plan, is none of our concern. In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill. Why do I keep doing this to myself? But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Engard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. Engard? I'm not telling you anything of that sort. No. When I went to get him, when I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time. I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however. The judge is glaring straight at Mia. He's glaring at you, smart guy. Alright, smartass. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clear camouflage. Then, what about the button? The button? It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Gemin ninja's costume. You're talking about this button, correct? That button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama. Isn't that correct? I would think it makes it very decisive evidence. Oh, looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright. Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony. I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat. Thank goodness Mia can still look at me. With an icy stare, yes. Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. And how do you know that? When the ends of the threads on the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly, or so I have heard. I've heard that before too. But why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail? Don't look at me like that, just because I'm prepared and you are not. And I thought I had her this time for sure. If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But what and where? But where and what? But what you really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time. Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back, as you put it? This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. Engard at any time. Why, then, would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Carter planned such an elaborate conference. Mr. Andrews wanted to cause Mr. Engard as much damage as she possibly could. The witness bears ill will towards the defendant. This isn't the Phoenix Wright wax philosophical. This isn't the Phoenix Wright wax philosophical power hour. Please stop slandering the witness. As I expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid. Really? Because to me, it sounded a little wishy-washy. Wishy-washy? Well, I guess we'll see if I press a little more. You should know this by now. But you'll need strong, decisive evidence to make her talk. Got it, Chief. I'm going to pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling Max was the murderer. She claims it was a fight. Wasn't he strangled though? I don't know. But anyways, so I had the felt I need to protect him. He doesn't have an alibi. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what his motive was. The only weird thing is this one. Even the autopsy says he was strangled with a scarf. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Strangulation? The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died. And what does that mean? Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume. When? After the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly. Which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off by the victim's already dead body. Order! What is the meaning of... Oh my god, of course. What is the meaning of this, Wright? So if the button was torn off by the body after the victim had already died, what does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? We now know that the button was not torn off during the fight, so the murderer had to take the time and effort to purposefully rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind. Wouldn't it? Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it? Pin the crime on Edgeworth. Engard. Not Edgeworth. But obviously I'm gonna save, because I don't trust myself. There is only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. Engard. There is no way anyone would put a bloody button on in their own pants. That's right. Mr. Engard was set up by the real killer, of course. And the real murderer is, well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer then? It's Adrian Andrews. Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet, not until the very end. The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. Engard is Adrian Andrews. Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you. You are the Mr. Carter's killer. What? Looks like we got her now. Order. Mr. Wright, this is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge? Any evidence? All the evidence points to Miss Andrews. Well, how preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me. I can't? Can I? Would you care to test me? Then what about this knife? This knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. Engard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. Then, what about the button that was found in Matt's room? Hakama. This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found the body or the killer. However, if Mr. Engard was the real killer, there is no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. Bro, just admit you're the killer already. We all know it's you. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. Engard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews. I see. What about the empty guitar case? That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. The costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews. No, But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time. That's right. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposefully left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there is this photo. Bro, there was originally piled evidence that, somebody used to frame Engard for the kill, and now all the pile of evidence is coming back down on the real killer. A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. Engard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature. Are you not? Please stop. Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I've got her this time. Miss Andrews, I refuse to testify. What was that? There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me. Well, yes, you are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination, but by allowing a witness not to testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves. What? Bro, so all that work I just put in, all that incriminating evidence, but come on, pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Of course, I forgot we're dealing with a real smartass. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Miss Engard's room, Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. It's Franziska von Karma and Adrian Andrews. That's it. That's when Franziska planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things looked bad. You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix, but there's still one thing you haven't done. Something I haven't done? What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence? What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But Everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless. What? Everything you have proven is circumstantial. Circumstantial? Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Carter. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Carter? I believe this may lead me to incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering. But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it will be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think? Maybe so, or maybe not. There is nothing to prove it either way. Besides, don't you even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence? No. She's taking the defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do? Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation. I think we've reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrienne Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory is that she is the actual murderer. Has not been fully substantiated with solid and definitive proof. What else do I have to prove? But that's not true. In this situation, there is only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess. Recess? Oh, that's not good. That's actually not good. I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial? Tomorrow? Oh no, that's not good. Bro, Maya, she's still kidnapped. Bro. We don't have it tomorrow. If we don't get a guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial... Please continue the trial. What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he? That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya... Don't. But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is... Ooh! I knew Edgeworth was going to say objection as soon as... What do you call it? It is not impossible for this trial to continue. As soon as he slammed the table, after, what do you call it, Phoenix said, but Maya, and then Edgeworth slammed the table, I knew he was going to continue it. That's Edgeworth, my boy right there. I love you, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you... It's true, Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. Yes, that is very true, but actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and? I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. Bro, Edgeworth is actually a G. This makes me like Edgeworth even more, bro. This is why he's my favorite character. I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I kinda get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please... Okay, there we go. The glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. Alright, I got myself a banana shake. Let's keep going. When I saw him stirring like that, he thought that he was dead. The thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. I love banana milkshakes, bro. You can't go wrong with them. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony? I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. And cross-examine I shall. But first I'm going to save. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then, who did you pour it for? Mr. Wright, there is a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you? In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen. Alright, whatever. Precisely. I couldn't have said it any better myself. So, it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Corda? I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. And then, what did you see next, witness? Slumped over? Yes. He was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping. Is it just me, or did that right there just sound a little odd? Then what did cross your mind? Although maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix, and then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyway, that's what I thought. So you saw his body slumped over, didn't see the knife, didn't see the thing around his neck. Yeah. That's what a killer would say. I see. So you didn't think he was dead at all. Well, then change that up in your testimony. You thought he had fainted. I thought he was asleep at first. But then, the room was in such a messy state. I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone. And that's when you went to pour the glass of juice. Yes, he always had a hard time waking up. So June always had a glass of tomato juice to drink. I see. And after that, what happened next? And how did you come to realize that he was in fact dead? I shook him over and over, but never got a response. So you still just ignored the knife that was just lodged into his chest and the scarf that was strangling him. So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. I was shocked and staggered backward and knocked over the flower vase over. So that's what happened. Okay, I think I already know where the lie is. Yes, this one's the easier one. This is what it all comes down to. Huh? Well, obviously she would have noticed straight away if there was a knife lodged into his chest and scarf strangling him. This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now is our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case. Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Okay, here we go. I know what it is. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly save. Okay, it's this one, I think. Crime photo. There we go. See, that's easy. So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body? Yeah, who would look at that and think they were not dead? What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious? Your Honor, there is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Corda's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that there was a dead man. Well, you see, I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted. And then so nonchalantly go pour us something to drink. Your point is, Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. How many glasses does she have, bro? How many pairs of glasses does she have? That you are the real killer. No! I mean, I know she's the killer, but why do I feel kind of bad? It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Engard, is not guilty after all. But that's impossible. You're wrong. Miss Andrews, try to have some composure. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Jewin. Keep your lies going, but you are the one who refused to testify. And you're the reason for not doing so as that you might end up incriminating yourself. That's because, Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you? I refuse to testify. You can't do that now. You've already dug your own grave. Sweetie, there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Engard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? Well, this is the last case, right? I think it is. Actually, I'm not sure. No, this has to be the last case. Wait, is this the last case or the second last case? Does this game have 4 cases or 5 cases? This has to be the last case, I'm pretty sure. Well, I feel like this was way too quick and easy. What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Engard. Oh? Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. What? The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak about the absolute real truth. The absolute real truth. What are you? Witness? Don't you understand yet? Huh? Is she... Okay, I thought she was the killer. I still kind of think she's the killer. Is she innocent? I mean, the fact that, we went this far and we thought she was the killer the whole time. Now something like this is happening. Phoenix is doubting it, and she hasn't been pronounced guilty yet. But also the fact that, this could be the final trial, and it's been way too quick, way too easy. And, there's still, we still haven't, seen, the killer guy, the assassin. I think he is an assassin. I still personally think, because his name is the killer. And we still haven't seen, Maya, who was kidnapped. We still have those loose ends. So, I'm slowly starting to think that maybe Miss Andrews here is not the killer. I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you would protect yourself through your silence, Matt Engard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you. What? I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? Wait, was she blackmailed as well? So we were blackmailed, not really blackmailed. Well, we know Engard's obviously innocent, but we were blackmailed into defending him, and getting the verdict by today, just to protect Maya. But it's possible that she's also part of something, being someone's blackmail as well. I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Franziska von Karma. Huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Oh! Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. Then, right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Oh, so obviously her dependent her dependent state was relying on Celeste impacts, and now it's shifted over to Franziska von Karma. That's why, what do you call it? She is testifying, and that's why she doesn't want to expose her. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Engard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging to them. Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Mr. Andrews has to be the killer, right? What we have to do now is get our not guilty. That is my only priority. It wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Jewin. Help, please, someone, help me. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? The court can't continue like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what the witness did and what did she not do. And think about who the real mastermind behind this crime is. Bro, let me save, alright? Don't put me on the spot like this. Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right? Come on. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Request not guilty verdict. Force Andrews to testify. Oh no. Okay, I've saved. Request not guilty. Not guilty verdict for who? Okay, not guilty for Engard, I'm pretty sure. Or force Andrews to testify. Bro, this is the most putting on the spot question ever. You know, I really want to save Maya. I hope this is not the last we're seeing of her. I really do, but in reality, I do want to save Maya more. I feel like though we are going to see her again, eventually. Like, I think she is gonna be saved somehow. At least that's what I'm hoping. Force her to testify. I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. No one she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you are doing? Sure. Mr. Engard would get an acquittal, but in his place you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end? Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me. That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth. Bro, what? You're wrong. What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop. Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he's gonna give her big secret about these two things, right? These two. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. What? Oh my god, he's actually gonna give it away. And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. We have to do this though. We have to save her somehow. Stop. Please stop. No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. Bro, what do you call it? We have to show it. We have to save her though. What will we do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrienne Andrews. The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know how it scares her more than anything else in the world. Please stop. I beg you. If people find out, I'll... If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? However, before you die, I'll pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please, help me. Bro, I feel so bad for her. Nothing matters anymore. Bro, don't make her testify. Make her speak to someone in private. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that is when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then, I stabbed June's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished what I was and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume. Stab the body with the knife? But why would you do that? Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man. What do you mean by all of this? It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth. The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time. Last time? So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim June Corrida in the chest with a knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt Engard for the murder. And this is her crime. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. Bro, we just did all of that just to find out, what do you call it? Okay, whatever. But you could tell from the state the room was in, there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf around his neck, but that scarf is a part of the gem and ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up, and went to pour the juice. What is this plan you had? I knew right away that the murderer was Matt. I knew because June, he was going to expose Matt's weak point in the world. So Matt did this to stop June and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin the crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. That was so you could get the knife, correct? The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. So you were the one to stab the victim with the knife. It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed June's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Engard's hakama. Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? An inconvenience. There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta. There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth. Oh my god. Old windbag. I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I couldn't very well go looking like myself and get caught again. You were the one who prepared the costume, weren't you? Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into June's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes, Julian wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there. And what is this secret? That, I don't know. Anyway, I thought if I were to leave Julian's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, the people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume. I think we've heard enough. So, after that, you went back to Mr. Engard's room and planted the button. Into Matt's hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it. My word. What does this all mean? Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt Engard. Yesterday, the woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk. Franziska, huh? She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I have done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain that she is not the real killer. Wait, Your Honor, the defense still... Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright. No! But Maya, she's still kidnapped. But... Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately. This is all. Court is adjourned for today. No! Take the judge's spot. Hit the gavel. Oh, no, I'm kidding. God damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Today's trial. It's over. And I didn't win an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Edgeworth? What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about it. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, but Mr. Wright, I remember now. I found this in the room on that day. The room? That day? Yes. I found this card when I discovered June's body. It was lying there right next to him. Wait, that's also the card we saw in, what do you call it? The room that Maya was trapped in. Wait, is the real killer the killer? Like literally the assassin guy we saw? Wait, then why did he try to frame Engard but also wanted us to protect Engard? What? Is he just trying to throw confusion to make himself, what do you call it, unrelated to any cases? What is going on? Is this some guy we already knew from like the previous game? You found that card next to the victim's body. I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But if it's not as if this card has any relevance to June's murder, right? Yeah, I guess not. But it's still a strange card, if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why. Witness, that card! Give it to me! Hurry! Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This... I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to. What is this all about? I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. Oh, that's not a seashell. That looks like a person. Is this someone we know? I bet this is someone we know from the previous game. That card. What in the world is it? And what does it mean? Wait, no, what? What the hell? Okay, we made one mistake and got a game over, but that's only because we had only one bar going into that entire thing. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! There, pearls. I can't take it anymore. Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. Okay, we just have to hope. We have to go forward, and we have to hope we can get her back. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt her, Maya. And he won't, because Mr. Engard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So, hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Got me, Mr. Scruffy Detective? Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. Okay, what do you want? So, what are you going to do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that? What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming until, and at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Engard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places, and I'm great at making simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Okay, yeah, sure, you can stay. Well, I'm surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods. That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews unalived herself. He said that? That's horrible. Yeah, why did he say that though? That's something I still don't understand. But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. Maybe he just said that to pressure her into telling us the truth, so she wouldn't accidentally get incriminated. Maybe that was his goal all along. He didn't actually not care about her. The truth. Miss Andrews' latest testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with this whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would you want to? No, I almost need to frame Mr. Engard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's going to be fine, right? Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but, well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you going to visit her, pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Let her go whip us, Mr. Nick. No. No, I'm definitely not going. I kind of want to go though. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hardy Oh no, I'm not. I'm not going. I don't care. That name sends a chill down my spine. Yeah, let's not go. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. No, bro, don't go. I don't want to go. Absolutely not. From what the guard told me, it sounds like along with Mr. Engard, Miss Andrews is also being detained here. Then we should talk with them since we're here. Yeah, but both of them are still in question. Bro, so we have to go to the Hardy clinic. And we don't have time to waste. Yeah, visiting hours are almost over. Fine, whatever. That's not the right place. Okay, whatever. Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another. They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that. Will ya? Pass the victims list around. You've got to be kidding me. There's over 100 people on here. Mr. Nick, is Mr. Engard really that big and bad of a criminal? Okay, you know what? I'm not going to go. I don't care. Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Okay. How about... Oh my god, this is the... Whatever. Fine, let's go. That's not where I'm supposed to go. Don't show him. Don't show him. Never thought I'd come back to this place. Don't show him. Don't. I'm not playing this. Goodbye. Are you kidding me? Oh. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? Ah, hi. Wait a second. You're... Yes, I'm Detective Audie. Ho. Why are you still here? Well, why is this guy still in the game? Yes. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Excuse me? Why is it making me go into this? Whenever I press enter... Oh, because that's... Director Hardy. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Yes, I'm Director Hardy. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director, Franziska. How's Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. No, she's not. Looking at you. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Bro, I'll slap you. Yes. And that thing, that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes. Her opponent, with a gun, after all. And when I snuck up on her real secret, she would scream really loud. Yeah, okay. I don't like this guy even more now. I see. But she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it. What? Oh, he just passed out. There she is. Oh, finally. Go back to your room. Thank you. That's the only guy I'm happy that you whipped as hard as you could. Bro, he's still up? Bro, you're so mean. You're mean. My frisky friska, bro. Okay, yes, it's time for my IV drops. Yes. And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. Tulips. Are tulips flowers? I was shot in the front of the courthouse, in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. All the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know. Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged into your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Engard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. If I had been in court today, the trial would have already been over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Engard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means. Mr. Phoenix, Wright, the end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Engard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. all because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was. Ow! I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument, obviously. Edgeworth? What do you have to say? What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far? But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand there. And that's what I made the witness do, and that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness, that card. Give it to me. Hurry. Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card. What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. We're saying this in the middle of a hospital with people right there. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelley the Killer. Oh, yes? And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin. I knew he was an assassin from the start. The best at that. An assassin? So who is this Shelley the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing. The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the most professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it is part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients will be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as an insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. So he is the killer for Jewin. So this Shelley the Killer guy is the killer of Jewin. What was his last name? Jewin something. Jewin. What was his name again? How am I forgetting his name? Jewin Corridor. I see. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this one honorable assassin with a moral consciousness, I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So, you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of this card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelley the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? We have to tell him. Come on, he wouldn't leak this. I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. We don't have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. An acquittal. Right, listen. You need to know something. June Corridor was killed by Shelley the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Engard. Your own What? Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again. If anything should happen, now if you'll excuse me. Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Engard hired an assassin? Bro. So the reason Mr. N, he wasn't innocent after all. Didn't I say something like that? I said I was hoping that, one of our clients wouldn't be innocent. I was hoping that one of them would be, I said I was hoping one of them would be a killer, but this guy wasn't even a killer. He hired an assassin to do the killing for him, and that's why the psyche locks never appeared. So Mr. Engard really is guilty. No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psyche lock. Yeah, I guess not. Maya, please, all I ask is you make it home, safe and sound. Oh, we're playing as Maya again. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin. Okay, so this is Shelly the killer here. I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the lock open. Okay, time to take a look around. Oh, that's a teddy bear. That's the same teddy bear that was found in, Jew and Carda's room. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about those later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I was wondering if something, if it's some kind of puzzle or something. There's a framed picture sitting on the coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." Oh, that's Celeste. I bet this could be a clue. What is this thing? An antenna? I guess. And this is a VRC? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? Nothing. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat, there goes my plan to use this to somehow get out of here. It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes, all of them. Just what kind of room is this? So these are videotapes. Interesting. What the hell's that? Okay, I'll look at that later. Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now, where's the power button? Phooey, it's busted. I would so die a happy samurai fan. If I ever got to see Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. I can't believe I just made a joke about dying. All things considered. Locked, of course. What the hell's that thing? And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. What? Oh no, it's that Shelly guy. It seems. Are you? So the bellboy is Shelly, or is this Shelly? I don't know who this is. That your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on your first meeting I am an assassin. So this is Shelly. No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin? Why is he red? People are not always who they appear to be. So he was a fake bellboy. Nick! Mr. Nick. Oh, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about my situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. I guess for now, I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Engard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay. Hey, Gummy. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. There's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt Engard. Here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down the hotel, alright? Bro, I don't care about Shu, nor you. This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. A client's request is a request. I guess I should check up on his cat. Alright. Let's check up on his cat then. Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake. You shall not pass. Oh my god, old bag. Old windbag. Miss Oldbag, don't devalue my name and turn your gasp, you spiky-haired pedophager. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy. Again, although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. But, oh my god, whatever. Oh. Miss Oldbag, keep your hands off of me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out. That's kind of stupid, don't you think? Then why do you keep putting it on? Don't you think I can, think you can get me to move with silly questions? You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by. I'm not hearing this. Alright, goodbye. Living room. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on the light. Oh. What is that, the Steel Samurai in the back? Well, so this is what Star's house looks like. It must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick, let's find Shu, the kitty cat. Shu! Oh. So I guess this is Shu. Ah, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shu. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. You! May I help you with something? Mr. Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Engard's lawyer. The Masters. Then, you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you, your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. Okay, so this is a different guy, or the same guy? Is this Shelly, or is this Shelly pretending to be some random dude, or is this actually some other guy? You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Engard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of his master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. John Doe. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at his residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Engard the kind to have a maid over a butler. That's a very cute cat you've got here. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shu. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for... Yes. Speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young, and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. But there is also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Yeah, they're not always who they appear to be. And I bet you're not who you appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, let me examine this place first. I bet there's something going on here. A giant bicycle is flying through the air. That bicycle, Pearl, is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own. Really? Wow. But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? What is with me? I'm feeling inferior today. What an amazing table. Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth there. A hearth here. That's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. You should come and visit Fame Manor, then. I'll show you one when you do. Okay. I didn't mean to click that. There's another door over there. You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick. Yes, pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. Oh, there are masks here. Yeah. That one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo Tokyo. Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick. I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about the show than a kid. Oh, this door has the same thing. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Engod's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shu? The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering in. Oh my god. Maya's behind that door, isn't she? She's behind the door. That's all I think. Yep. Damn, I really can't go anywhere else? Windbag. Oh, letter of introduction. I'll use this. Maybe if I show this letter to her I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Edgy poo? Bro, shut up. Is that her perfume? Pheromone de armor I smell? Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because the Edgy Poo said so. You understand? I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come off of it. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings aren't meant to be told and shared. Ow! Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. Okay. Oh my god, what are you still doing here? What now? One little thing, before I forget. You can't go into Engod's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be there all day, you hear? I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer. So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Windy Oldbag. Well, I wouldn't want to face the wrath of Windbag, so I'm good. Well, now we can go here. Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel seems busy somehow. Probably because the police team is so scouring for clues about the killer. Hey, city boy. Lotta Hart. Lotta, you're still here? Reckon course? An investigation photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has the aura of mystery, you know? Like something's always about to happen. But Do you have a camera? Reckon give. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know. So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feet in the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Yeah, I have this. Would you please take a look at this? Nope, sorry, no can do. Only thing I want to see is a steaming hand towel. What? A steaming hand towel? Need one for my eyes. Today just ain't a good day for my eyes to be looking at stuff. How convenient. Maybe I'll have to use that one next time you show me something. Do I not have the camera? I thought I had it. Okay, whatever. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. What? You're really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Laura, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but brace yourselves. Phoenix, here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, I had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess that means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So, about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah. Can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about Engard shoving his manager lady onto a corridor? Yeah. Well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know. Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind. Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull dooders. Hey, what's with ya? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? My baby. My $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't ya? So put in a few good words for me and give me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I'll guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid, a photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, little un. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food, now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And you happen to find yourself a... Would you please just leave already? Okay. So we can only go up here. I don't know if there's going to be much here, though. Who the hell's that? Mr. Nick? What is the otherworldly, ghastly moaning? What? Who the hell is that? I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Oh my god, it's this demon. Excuse me. Watch who you're calling a demon, Brad, bro. I'd rather a demon be here than you. Zoinks! It's the alien. Who are you calling an alien? How'd you even get here? Oh, it's just you, Ms. Oldbag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with you youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Jewin, and you're disturbing me. Please talk to me about the night of the murder, just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that photo of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on a sec there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound sound better than that. I'll go, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too. That's doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here that whole night. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Carter. He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book. But I heard he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Engard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at his mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick, what is it, pros? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. Although Mr. Corrido's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of June without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? You don't know? When my dear June was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can't see those two tuckered out. Down by a river going, you sure you can fight? You too, Bob, you too? Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, Bob. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice, bears. What the hell was that? Oh, it's a bear clock. I'm Uncle Bear and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. Oh my god, the bear puns. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m., way past your bedtime. Oh, that startled me. I thought I was going to die for a second. 8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh no. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya, how's Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Yeah, protect your master, woohoo. Please, let Maya say something. I want to hear her. She's alright. Alright. Then, the hell is that? A little... What is with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems... bad. What the hell is that? Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Connect. Don't cut me off. Damn it, did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me. No, bro. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya. Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. An expert, you say? Well, I'm not sure who the expert would be, though. No one here? Oh, is Gumshoe here? Yep, I knew it. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've got to be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Well, nothing. Oh yeah, do you know about this card? Edgeworth, for some reason, went pale the instant he saw this card. Hey, I know what this is, pal. You do? No matter what way you look at it, it's a picture of a shell. That's it? Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Edgeworth really likes these cooked snail things. What are they called again? Escargot or something like that? Mr. Nick, I think we just solved the mystery of why Mr. Edgeworth's face turned pale, right? As I suspected, Gumshoe has no clue. The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick. You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It just broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounds like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? So it was fake. Maybe it fixed itself? He was pretending. That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal? So someone did that on purpose. Electromagnetic interference. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Huh? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when the interference to the transceiver happened, there's got to be something that is sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like, like a listening device or something. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Corrida's room, the scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the president and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later. Alright, pal? Oh, wait, come shoot. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. We should be going soon, Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's go. Alright, we're here. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the, bug sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly, I'm staring at the president's door. From outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's. Well, so this bug sweeper. It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh, by who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it's a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work, trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's going to be about anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. But isn't it better that way? Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl. Right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sorts of hidden in this room, pal. So we're going to find it, right? Right, now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough looky-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know of a strong signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock on it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Alright. Oh, found it. A cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here. A cell phone. What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry, I've never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying at Korean Village. And Pearls has never lived outside of that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. The radio is on and playing something. Oh, it's Kid's Question Corner. Professor, why is the Earth round? Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick? Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, pros? A robotic bear. Oh, what a lovely bear. Ah! This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? It's a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick. Yes? How many horsepower is it? How many horsies? Horsies. Well, look, it's a bear, so, I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places. Looks like the TV was left on, and it's now showing an old samurai movie. Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies as well as domestic ones. You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, well, these Japanese stars are really good at English. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's called dub. When I grow up, I want to study Japanese. I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. A lamp? Why would it be in a lamp? Air conditioner? No, probably this, right? Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say, but let's take the receiver apart before we get ahead of ourselves here. Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick? Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe. So, is there a listening device in there? No. And if I really thought it had to be in the phone, and I really thought it had to be in the phone too. Lamp, check. Listening device, nope. There are lots of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah. And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? Ah, yeah. I'll be more conscientious from now on, sorry. It's just a bunch of lamps, okay. Well, the listening device isn't in the air conditioner. Ah, yuck. This air filter is covered in dust and dirt. Yeah. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's wash it. I wonder if being a neat freak makes even the tiniest dust bunny look colossal. What? Oh, nothing. It's not there. Lamp, check. Listening device, nope. So it's nothing here then. A laptop? There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh? Notebook computer. What's a notebook computer? I've never heard of a notebook computer either. Do you know what a notebook is? Isn't it just called a laptop? What is it? No need to be so fancy. Yes, it's a small book with paper that you can write on. So, well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop. Oh. Mr. Nick, what's a laptop? It's a plain old calculator. It says 50 on it. Maybe he was calculating his allowance? A whole 50 cents. Maybe if he was a spirit medium. Well, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in there. Here. Looks like it's been on keep warm all this time since the murder. Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says gotta keep the trail and crime scene warm. I think the keep warm in this case is a little more metaphorical. So it's not this. This is a refrigerator, right? I really don't think the listening device is in something like this. Because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetables and juices, right? Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices? Oh, the water in this hot pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it. Okay, it sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about this looking for listening devices. What's this? It sort of looks like hot water pot, but there's coffee inside. Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of? I don't think there is anything like that, Pearls. Sorry. There is kind of though. That's not a. It's not a pot. Am I stupid? Well, there's nothing else here though. This thing. What's this? It's a small video camera. No listening devices in this gizmo. Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick? That's what it seems like. But where's the listening device? But I want to grow bigger and bigger. Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat too. What? This is a fridge and this is a freezer. I bet. Watch. This is a refrigerator. Never mind. I was wrong. What else could it be? Oh. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device? I mean, no, not yet. But this bear's eye is, let's see, a perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Oh my god, it was there the whole time? I thought I could only interact with the electronic stuff. Well, I guess there was probably an electronic listening device in the bear. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. Rip. No! It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer, and a what emitter. A transmitter, pal. Bro, you don't know what a transmitter is? Oh, is this more of a high-tech stuff? Okay. So this tiny thing is a camera. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera pod here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed into radio waves and then is sent to the recorder. So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Heh. Hey, you know, you're right. No, the transmitter. So, what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage to the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time. Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m. That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, and so it's been recording every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? And if you think about the angle that the bear is at, it's bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out as pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Carter this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. Is there really no way to find out? I got it. What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm going to go around the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even I have to search all night. I'll find your man, pal. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. Alright. That's why I love Gumshoe. He's like the most loved character, bro. Come on now. He's gone. He's like the most universally loved character. Obviously, the most loved character is our boy Edgy. Yeah, but Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? That's Edgeworth, I bet. Just watch. I knew it. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? Our rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So, there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right? Do you know the stuffed animal, the stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade and only a small number of these are exported here. What? And we just ripped the eye out of one. The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Oh. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, the bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can you really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you will have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear got snatched by Edgeworth. See you soon, Wright. The bear's still here, though. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered June Corrida? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. June Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews is passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. Engard. They have to be connected. And this card, Shelley the killer. Maya. The only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Bro! To be continued, alright. We'll see about that. Alright, let's keep going. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. Well, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Corrida held about Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. But on visiting hours over at the detention center, I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Alright, let's go this way. Old bag. Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made? I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgypoo, so Edgeworth, and he said, if you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourself. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch a poor Jew in the middle of this scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip has been going around for about my dear Jewin. Oh, you mean this thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corridor. I'll let you know in on another secret, youngin. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired girl, photographer girl. The nerve of some people, spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself too. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I bet nothing. But I bet that it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. So you want to know about Jewin and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh, I'll tell you, Jewin really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? The manager a woman Jewin had? It's a shame she unalived herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That's Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know? Married? You mean to Mr. Corridor? Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the? Why would Miss Impact want to unalive herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Jewin. What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Jewin suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Jewin called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, unalived herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Okay. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in this lobby have finally calmed down. Then let's go here. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around all the electronic stores. Then I'll make some salad for him at dinner. It looks like Pearls really appreciate what Gumshoe is doing for us. Mr. Nick? Yes? Where's the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. So the real person who killed Mr. Carter was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And this card Mr. Andrews found at the crime scene, Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Who? Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Engard himself? Yep, I think it's Matt. If Matt Engard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Engard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... Mr. Engard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Jewin Corridor? Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone. And that includes June Corrida, okay? I didn't see any psyche locks at the time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what was this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? June had bet everything on the Gem and Ninja this year. And if he lost to Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyways. It looked like somehow June had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career and had it been revealed. Mr. Engott's secret. What is it? What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Miss Carter was going to reveal the secret. This means Mr. Engard had plenty of motive to kill, to have Mr. Carter silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Engard. There's no way around it now. Okay, let's meet with him. He's probably here, right? I'd assume so. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. Engard tonight. But isn't all we have to ask very important? Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Bro. Whatever. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Engard's lawyer, right? Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Engard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted to meet you. He wanted me to grant you special permission. So there you go. What? I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Alright, let's go then. Back to the detention center then. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews are in the detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Let's start with Matt. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that June Carter was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Engard. What's wrong? Mr. Engard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer self, dude. About the press conference. You mean the one where June was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow June had his hand secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Oh. Psyche locks? Yo, 5 though? I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Psyche locks. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Do you know about Miss Carter and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I do know but I don't know any of the details, if that's what you meant. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care about what June did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Carter. Her mentor was Mr. Carter's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste impacts a suicide note from him. Celeste, does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly got Totally hungry. You up for pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's up? Pizza? Is it some kind of pea, like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Engard, are you connected to Miss Impact's unaliving in some way? That's kind of weird. Oh, Mr. Ryan, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Oh, Powers. Mr. Powers? What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. I thought he was wearing handcuffs for a second. What? And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said that my face and a whole self in general looked suspicious or something. God damn. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you'd look suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What is it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone. And especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think that lawyer, the detective, was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is going to do a lot of damage to man, you know? Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going on. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been a kind of a player with the woman. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself. What? How horrible. That's unforgivable. Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him. His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? I wonder. You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities and their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image. But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey, did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her unalive? You mean Miss Impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little on the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with energy. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Julian went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Julian, that is. Something bad for Mr. Carter? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looked like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man. Did you mean Mr. Carter by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. So do I have to go back to the detention center? Now then, whose story do I want to hear? I don't think she'll be really happy to see me. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Carter had on Mr. Engard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Engard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Engard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste Impax. I'd finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor Juan was the one who had hidden her note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her a note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like another piece of gossip, but I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Engard? That's simple. Because he's the killer. That's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at their job, at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't find out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person who would do something without a reason. So please, tell me what you did. Please tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you just say something like that just now? Bro. A psyche lock? Huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Should I just go for it? There was only one lock anyway, so all I really have to do is give one piece of evidence, right? Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Engard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Engard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt. And that's why. What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Well, then you shouldn't have said revenge, dummy. Miss Andrews is a woman who lives by depending on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Her? No, Celeste? There's only one catalyst that could feel such strong feelings, and even revenge. That is Miss Impax's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On the top of that, the one who hid her note was also Juan. What does this all have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. Before you to hate Mr. Engard, it would mean that he must have some relation to Miss Impax and her unalive. Can you explain to me what this relation between Celeste and Matt? Can you explain to me? I thought this was gonna be easier. This relation between Celeste and Matt. I don't know. Or I guess I don't know. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Yeah. Oh, my phone. Mr. Nick, your phone. I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Bro, it's your ringtone. It sounds kind of ominous. It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important. Hello? We've got a big problem, pal. Gumshoe. What's wrong? I'm on my way to your office right now. Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here? It's terrible. How did you get here so fast? Oh, I got here faster than I thought. Hey. Gumshoe can teleport now? No time to relax, pal. I'm confused as anything here. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought the spy camera. This quickly? And this bear is what gave them away, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into this bear instead of the camera. But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured? Shh, pros. And go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to the crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt Engard. I knew it. Huh? Matt Engard, your client. That too, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was? I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's the exact match of the price for that stuffed bear. A receipt. That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold that bear to Mr. Engard. I mean, that clerk even got Mr. Engard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you to file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt Engard. Why? Why would Mr. Engard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. Engard, I mean? Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder if we find what we will find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for pearls. Matt Engard, what in the world have you done? God damn. You're working really late, you know? It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Let's talk. Okay, sure, let's talk. With this! Yep, 5 psyche locked up. Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Corrida had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. Yeah. Come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I knew you paid close attention to Mr. Corrida, especially on that night. This bear was in Mr. Corrida's room the night of the murder. A bear that was supposed to be present from a fan. So, it's a present, dude. It actually looks kind of classy, if you know what I mean. Yes, I hear it's quite expensive. Which is why it is very odd that the gadget was found inside of this bear. This is a very small video camera. And it was hidden inside this bear's eye. Maybe it's a really curious bear. Well, whatever this bear saw was sent somewhere using this transmitter. Which means someone on the night of the murder was secretly filming Mr. Corrida's room. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Corrida was... Mr. Engard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met this Mr. Bear before, dude. But he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Engard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof that you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. Where's the receipt? I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Engard. It's from when you bought the stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from that is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $38,800, this could be that toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Oh, hell no. Ugh. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? I mean, the richest coffee is made from elephant shit, right? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked you why you set this camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Carter's room and filmed it in secret is... This? No, not this, it's obviously the crime. So it's one of these, right? Actually, it might be this. Adrian Andrews. There's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Carter were having a secret meeting. You, who's keeping tabs on Mr. Carter, you were going to reveal this as a fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right? Dude, you can't be such a moron. You can be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer dude, that kind of scandal, that's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reasons for spying was something innocent. But it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Carter because of Miss Andrews. Then there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up the camera in Mr. Carter's room was... Oh, I think I know this one. This is the card that, what do you call it? The Shelley the killer leaves behind, and he was monitoring it because he had connections with him. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelley the killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelley the killer. That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt Engard, I know why you know Mr. D. Killer. It's because you're a hero of justice. You're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelley the killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corda. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Engard, Matt Engard. And here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought. Anyway, Mr. Engard, you really did hire. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now. Mr. Lawyer dude. What? There we go. Oh! So this is the real guy. The real Matt Engard. How do you have juice in your detention center all of a sudden? How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Engard. Oh. Okay. So, he had us all hoodwinked the entire time. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. So you are Shelley the killer's client. You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me, I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that June is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? You're lying. We're saying this right with a guard behind June. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, and let us grown-ups talk more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knows about Miss Andrews' secret, but I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why. Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my assurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up, and I can't. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? Why? Why would you kill Mr. Carter? He looks pretty cool, though. That's all I'm gonna say. Because he was so so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? Bro, what do you call it? His villain design is chef kiss, alright? I love his villain design. If Mr. Carter had been able to give it, then Mr. Engard's secret would have. Oh, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? He might be a top tier villain in my books in this game so far. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just perfectly presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Carter ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Bro, his teeth are sharp as well now. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts up for me, Matt Engard. Did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed June Carter, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Carter. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. But too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? But you can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya. You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. If I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. Jewin said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? Don't worry, we'll save Maya. That's the only goal I have. And now you finally found it. the starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere. Let's return to the present. Edgy boy? Well, right. What are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy? No. We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What? What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth? Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn. My turn? That's why he left. What is this thing you call a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, Matt Engard, that man is really... It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense. But what exactly is that? It is where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery. Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? What? That may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get Engard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win this case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right, would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. People like you and Franziska von Kramer are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you? Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith that you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain a acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Engard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah? This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations and is part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time as my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I have told you once before, however. You did, but my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. I knew it. You're Shelly the Killer. Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As the Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya, it will be my duty as an assassin to see she receives a nice long nap. No! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Mystic Maya! That cat right now. That proves that my theory originally was right. The door we saw before was the one Mystic Maya was behind. I'm calling her Mystic Maya now. I don't know what to say. Edward, did you hear that at the very end of that transmission? Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat. Can it? What is it? I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edward, have all police units headed for Engard Mansion immediately. Alright, you'll hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah. Oh, this shit is getting intense. Let's go. Let's go. Maya, please answer us. Mystic Maya. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. I know it! He and Engard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Oh, a bear. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. A bear. Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corrida? Why would something like this be here? Right. Look down. There's a little pet door installed here. Ah, I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came out through that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. There we go. We're in. There's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is Engard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals and a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. Bro, him saying fetus cat shoe is literally what caused him to dig his own grave. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, bud. The tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we were looking for and escaped with it. Wine cellar. That's where she should be. We searched all over, but it looks like he got away. No. Bro, come on. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. Bro. Okay, I've already investigated all of this as Maya, so. This looks like a picture of Miss Impacts. With love, Celeste. Miss Impacts? You mean, yes, Miss Corrida's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impacts be here in Mr. Engard's mansion? Now, why does it say, with love? This might be a clue. Ah, what's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. We might be able to use that for, what's her name? The Psyche lock on Adrian Andrews. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. What? I told you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get Engard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slimebagger not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearlie, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for that helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. No! Mystic Maya! Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth, yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short of one last thing. And what is that? Don't worry, I know how to unravel that lie now. Miss Andrews' psyche lock. If I could just find out what she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psyche lock. Psyche lock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me. If you can. Okay. Don't worry, I've already done the first part, so I know. Alright. There we go. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. What? With love? Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Engard's mansion. I thought it was a rhetorical question. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. There we go! Oh, we got a full bar as well. Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Jewin. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Carter didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes. Because of Matt. Because of Mr. Engard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal who would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved on to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Jewin. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Jewin were such a good match they even were planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. Oh no, what the hell did Matt do? On the night Jewin called their marriage off, Celeste. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. Bro. That's actually horrible though. I'm sure even you can guess why Jewin called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Jewin about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Miss Corda have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Jewin and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Jewin. He was aiming for when it would hurt Jewin the most. Poor Miss Impax. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account for Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when June discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. June realized the note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing, like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, June sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. June wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that note. At the time, that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it from June. It was so I could find out all about this that I drew close to June to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found June's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public, and I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed June's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I know. God damn. This was a crazy episode. Probably one of the craziest ones. And we're up to the trial already. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. This is amazing. I'm loving this so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, smash subscribe, and bye for now.